fade back in on Harborvale, a coastal town striving to rebuild. Its residents tread warily on the unsteady ground that has eroded beneath their feet. Despite the community's tenuous air of relief and recovery, there are still so many secrets to unveil.
Secrets of an ancestral curse and the struggle to contain it.
Secrets of vengeance, biding their time.
Secrets of alluring control, washed onto the shore.
Secrets of the beast within and the desire to release it.
And as we tear back the veil of these silent secrets, we shall uncover the truth of what it requires to live beside the bay. Hello, and welcome to These Silent Secrets. My name is Zach, and I will be your MC. Where last we left off, the soup group, after heading down to the natatorium, or the pool, for a secret meeting called by Cooper to have the group engage in what he referred to as the greatest senior prank in the history of senior pranks, things went a little belly up, as Isla, still in darkest self, took umbrage with how things were going, and a lot of drama ensued. Before we dive into the episode, of course, there's some thank yous we gotta get through to Ghostlight Media. Thank you so very much for everything you do in regards to hosting us, making sure we have a place to put this show on. Another big thank you to Chase Greenlee for helping put together our first stream of One Page Wonderland. If you didn't catch that stream on Valentine's Day, it is up on the Ghostlight Media YouTube page, so go check it out there. Thanks, Chase. And then, of course, to Nicole Tuttle-Robb for all her work and doing our scoring, running our social media. She's incredible. She's just incredible. And then to my cast, thank you all for being just a bunch of lovable hooligans that I have the great honor to run all the time. Be sure to stick around to the end of the show for a glimpse for a show we think you're really going to like, a little promo from our friends at All Our Faults. So be sure to check that out. But with all that out of the way, all that is left is the episode. So let's dive into this episode of These Silent Secrets Beside the Bay. I think as you're like you grab him and like you start to go, and I think Xavier like jogs up and like tries to like he grabs like your wrist in an attempt to like stop you, to get you to talk. And the moment that he grabs your wrist, Julian says, "Don't you fucking touch her!" and clocks Xavier across the face and just keeps hitting him over and over again.
Yeah.
Kanan runs up and literally just tries to tackle him off of him.
With Kanan, like left arm, right arm, like pulling Julian back.
Okay, so let's do Kanan, you first. Why don't you give me Slash out, or are you just rolling volatile? Like, how do you want to do this?
I don't want to hurt him, but I want him to stop. So yeah, I guess that would be physically, because I am doing something physical.
Awesome, Slash out physically then.
Would I just be like helping? Is that how this works? Like
yeah, if you want, I mean, if you either want to make your own roll, if you want to grant him a forward.
You should make your own roll, dog.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Right,
I just bounce off of him.
Volatile. Bidoop-a-doop-a-doop.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Ooh, very good.
That's a 12.
So yeah, and then Isla, you said you were also going, it sounded like you were going to do a thing.
I'd like to use my power overwhelming.
Okay.
And I got 9 plus 2.
All right, so what are you attempting to do with that?
I'm going to take the water from the kid pool.
Okay.
And somehow make the water kind of like go around the neck of whoever's attacking Julian, and it kind of rips them back and into the pool.
Radical. So here's what happens. It's a very quick sequence of things. So Julian, screams, "Don't you fucking touch her." It probably gets 3 solid just shots into Xavier's face. Kanan, you get there first and attempt to pull Julian off. An elbow comes back and just right across the bridge of the nose. Take a harm for me. and you get just thrown back.
Can I actually insert one thing in here right quick?
Yes.
Sorry, I just remembered that one of my, what is it called, advancement moves?
Your growing up moves. Yes.
Growing up moves is intervene in an act of violence.
Oh, this would be perfect for that. Yeah.
It is 10 up on a volatile roll, which is exactly what we already rolled. But all it is that in this interchange, whoever I'm protecting, so Xavier gets to react and takes one forward on whatever they decide to do.
Awesome. He just tries to get the fuck out of there.
Sure.
After he clocks Kanan, and you manage to get up there and just pull him back enough that he can't keep hitting Xavier, who gets a moment then to get out of the way. And like Julian begins to spin around and turn towards you when you feel your neck just get surrounded by moisture and just throws you backwards. You feel sploosh as you're submerged and are thrown into the pool.
Which end of the pool?
Were you throwing him into the deep pool or into the kiddie pool?
Into the kiddie pool.
Into the kiddie pool. So, why don't you make me a volatile roll, just to see how you land there, Freddie. Not Freddie, but Jason.
All right.
Because into a kiddie pool, those get pretty damn shallow.
Six. I have +3 and it's a 6.
Take a harm as you hit the shallow end of it, and like
Bam.
full on like thud your like head into the tiles on the bottom of the pool.
Can we say that I've like come in at this point?
Oh, most definitely. I think like you were like walking up when you heard "Don't you fucking touch her," and I feel like that was enough to like speed your step up, and you see the sequence of like Kanan getting smacked across the nose, Jason sort of pulling Julian off of Xavier, and then just getting like grabbed by water and thrown across the room.
Yeah, so Avery will rush to the kiddie pool to make sure that like Jason's not knocked the fuck out underwater. And will like I think hop in and try to like help him up, but as she's doing that, we'll look back over at Isla, say, "Who's being harmful now?" And then obviously make sure that Jason is up and breathing.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You hit your head. You're like, oh fuck.
Can there be a little blood in the water?
There could be just a little. That like where it hits and just like a little of blood goes out. Julian just looks at you, Isla, and is waiting to hear essentially like what you want to do here.
They're not worth it.
Awesome. He follows you as you leave.
Humans are so harmful. Look at you. And then I just go over to Xavier like, "Hey man, are you okay?"
Kanan, how do you feel about Xavier?
I like the guy, but I do love Jason.
Well, this is fair. I mean, specifically, you flat out failed trying to help Xavier, which was the one. But it's fair. Also, Jason did get fucking rip-tided across the room.
This is what happens. This is how all these interactions go.
So, how you feel?
I'm feeling feral, baby.
You feeling feral? Are you feeling like maybe that wolf comes back just a little? A little?
For sure.
You feel the energy kind of?
I feel like there's a moment like where Kanan says like shouts that out like humans are so bad now look at you, and like start to feel like the hair on the back of my neck stand up, and like kind of like gripping my fists and like my knuckles popping, and I feel them elongate just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. And I like try to calm myself down.
You clench your fists and feel kind of your claws dig into your paws, into the palm of your hand a little bit.
I'm actually gonna. I think I roll to keep my cool here.
All right.
So, let's see. Partial success, 8.
I think you're in good shape.
Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, you try to keep your cool. And you kind of hold on to it. Yeah, like I said, you clench your fists pretty hard, and you feel your claws kind of digging into the palms of your hands a little bit. And you're kind of like
Owie.
But yeah, Xavier's like at this point is just like sitting on the floor, like in that point of like wanting to like cradle his face, but like not wanting to touch it. Austin is immediately there and is like trying to do what he can for him. Cooper is just like a puddle. He's like, I just wanted to have a fun prank with my friends. You see the stew crew who has just been like watching this whole situation, like what the fuck happened, and then saw water happen.
I fucking forgot they were here.
They've been here this whole time and saw like weird aggression happening, and then real fast like punches happened, and then Jason was just being thrown across the room by water.
Also, Kanan saying humans as if it was different.
This is fair. But I mean, yeah, water happened first, so like, the like, oh fuck. So like, you could see Vive like is kind of like in front of them all, ever the protector that she is, and that's kind of the situation that we're at the moment. Avery, you said you were coming into the room, you saw that happen. Isla and Julian walked off and have exited the gym. You go and you're checking on Jason. You get him out of the pool. He's got a little bit of blood coming out of his head. What do you guys do?
Well, hey, Cooper, there's blood in this pool, so it's got to get drained anyway.
Yeah, I feel like the allure of the prank's worn off, though.
I think you should still do it.
No, man, it's a good prank.
If anything, I want to do it more.
Hey, man, don't let someone else ruin your fun because they fucking suck, okay?
Oh, I'm just gonna go get Principal Abbas. And he just kind of Charlie Browns off.
I turn to Jason and Avery, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, I can tell you what we talked about, but that's not the Isla that we knew.
Yeah, I'd say so. I thought we were cool. But she's been, like, real mean lately.
Hey,
Look, she might not be the Isla that we knew, but she is the Isla that is in front of us. And something has to happen. We can't do this again.
No. And you know how sometimes each of us tend to fall into versions of ourselves that we don't necessarily like?
Yeah.
I can't help but see a similarity.
I guess, but, I mean, we never hurt each other.
No.
Is this the guy who's chucked Jason how many times?
So many times.
I think
you
Jason does
Jason
like kind
so
of like
times.
slowly look over at Kanan.
Just never once. It wouldn't even
We've
cross
never
my
hurt
mind.
each other.
Jason
Except for
like
that one
opens,
time, and that
Jason
other
like
time.
opens his mouth and it's like,
We should get out of here, though. But not to add more to our plate, but I have something more to add to our plate, and I need to talk to all of you soon.
Dude, I'm full. I don't want to eat any more food.
While you guys are talking, Holden actually walks up to you guys.
Holden?
Holden. Yeah, they've been here the whole time.
Why are you here? Go away.
Because Cooper thought that they were the coolest kids in school.
No, I know, but why are you still here?
Because he's coming to talk to you. And he sort of crouches down, specifically by you, Kanan, viewing you as, I guess, kind of the way to talk to this cluster. Do you guys want to come over to my place later? There's something that we want to show you.
I swear to God, Holden.
It's not like a nothing screwy.
If you show me a kiddie pool and a ball pit, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
I would be happy about that.
We think it might be helpful, actually. Not towards
Kind of
this.
turn to Avery and Jason, like...
Are they okay with us being there?
Yeah, they were the... Yeah. We're all...
All of us? And like Jason like kind of glances over to Sophia.
I'm happy about the arrangement, but know that she said that she would help you find these people. So yeah. And so I volunteered my place because, yeah. I'll shoot you the address if you don't want to come. It is what it is. But yeah,
we'll think about it. Okay.
Cool.
We got a sidebar.
Awesome. Thanks. And yeah, he gets up and heads back to the others.
He starts to leave, and I like put a hand on his shoulder, and like kind of spin him around. And I'm like, "Hey, thank you."
You're welcome.
I kind of like side eye with Jason. Like, do you see those vibes?
I thought they were gonna kiss.
Kind of vibe.
All right.
But yeah, the four of them try to take off before the principal gets here, and yeah, we'll step outside to see where Isla's off to. What you doing there?
It's
that got big.
I take it big.
That got big.
Hot.
That's hot.
It's hot. I think. Okay, running with that, I'll say that Isla's a little loving that, and she rolled a turn on. It's an 8.
What? Okay.
And she's gonna propose a little smoochie in the restroom with Julian.
Awesome.
Will you marry me?
He says yeah. I didn't expect that at all. Okay.
It's me and him.
It's you two
against the world, literally.
Incredible. Yeah, you two slip into a bathroom and do the thing. Which sex move are you using?
Elemental, I believe.
You use the elemental.
I feel like I'm in
one.
that vibe right now.
In that vibe, the wrath. Okay, I like it. So yeah, who gets hurt here?
I will, since he took one for me.
Gotcha. Awesome. So yeah, you was it? Yeah, choose one. You suffer harm. They suffer a harm, or you destroy damage or destroy something. Awesome. Yeah, take a harm.
Good deal.
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, the water from one of the sinks like bursts out, and it's like, oh shit, slip. Ah, God. It's the whole thing. Awesome. Are you staying at school after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we went to history.
Class. Yeah, the rest of you're in there. Yeah, Cooper shows back up with Principal Abbas. And do you tell a story other than what happened? How do you all handle this situation?
I think Jason says that I was like, I got really excited about the prank idea. The sign always says not to run by the pool, and I ran by the pool. And just like tries to tell a story of how he just like slipped and like fell into the kiddie pool and just got hit and just bonked his head like a big old.
Okay, so I understand how that happened. Then someone tell me how this happened. And she points at Xavier's face, that is like split and bloody, and I'm very interested in hearing.
I gotta look at Xavier. Like that feels like an Xavier thing to offer.
He doesn't know whether or not he's supposed to lie about it. And so like he's like sitting there, you see like he tries to breathe in through his nose but can't, like, and it's so there's just this really gross like bloody sound that happens, and then he coughs a little bit. And then Austin, there was I don't know, some guy walked off the street and
how about we get Xavier to the nurse's office first, and then once he's got his thoughts together, he can give you his report.
Sure. And she sort of, helps Xavier get up, looks at his face, and then looks at Kanan, because this is not the first time she's dealt with this in the last week.
I didn't do it.
And starts ushering Xavier out of the room towards the nurse's office.
Is it just the three of us now?
It would be the three of you, and then I think Cooper stays behind as well, unless you want him to leave, in which case he leaves.
Hey Cooper, let's pick this back up later, okay?
Okay.
Hey, it was a good prank.
Thanks.
Whatever you want to do next, I will help you with.
I burnt my receipt for all the ball pit balls.
That was a choice you made.
It will.
Why did
whatever
you
you
do
do
that?
next will involve the ball pit.
Because I was like, this joke will be timeless. I'm not gonna need to return these.
No, we'll make it work. We'll use these. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll put a hand on Cooper's shoulder and go, you know, you're pretty cool, Cooper. Thank you for bringing us together. I'm sorry it ended like that.
Yeah. It's okay. You know, it's not the first time someone didn't believe in my ideas. So, no one believed me when I said I saw a raven carrying a crossbow this one time.
You saw a raven carrying a crossbow?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that same raven was carrying knives like 3 days before. And no one believed me. And now I wanted to do this cool prank, and Isla didn't believe in my prank either.
I hug Cooper. I believe you, Cooper.
Thank you.
And then I will, like, slowly push Cooper towards the door.
Yeah.
Gently. But, like, go.
Seeing this happen, I think Jason, like, leans over to Kanan and is like, oh my god, I think Cooper got his birds right.
Today is a weird day.
It's full of surprises.
Once Cooper's gone, I turn back to the two of them. Okay, well, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Are you okay, Jason?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm a little banged up. I've been worse. I almost died before. This is just a little bump.
Lucky there's a roof here. You can't get sky dropped through a roof. I guess you can, but...
Let's hope Isla doesn't skydrop any of us.
Let's hope Isla doesn't do anything like this again. I don't know what's going on. Did we do something to her?
Something's going on. We've had this happen before where something influenced some weird thing with us, and it's happening again.
What the fuck happened with Julian? I didn't
know
he was capable of punching.
So you know how you just talked about how you almost died, Jason?
Sure, yeah.
Remember when I actually died?
Yeah, but you're better now, right? Right? You're not saying yes.
So I'm here. I mean, that part is objectively better, yes, but I think... No, I don't think. I know. I brought something back with me. It's what's been fucking with me this whole time. You know how I told you that I was having trouble controlling the raven sometimes? It's because of whatever I brought back. And if that's happening to me, then maybe that's what's happening to Isla. Maybe that's what is happening... It's my fault. It's my fault. I shouldn't have done what I did. I was selfish. I brought something back, and now we're all gonna have to pay for it. And I'm so sorry.
Selfish for
what? No.
Not dying?
Yeah.
We all would have done that.
Yeah.
I did do that.
There's a natural order of things, and I broke that natural order of things.
Bro, you cannot talk to any of us about a fucking natural order.
If there's one thing that I've learned about the established system of rules that we're supposed to operate under, it's that, hey, sometimes that system sucks. And I have zero regrets about how that went down. And there is no reason to feel guilty that something rode in on your coattails when you were on your way back from the afterlife, okay? Like, that's not on you.
We keep doing this thing where we all feel shitty and we blame ourselves for what happened to all of us, and we keep blaming ourselves for our current circumstances. And I think, and this goes for me too, we need to just accept that sometimes bad things happen regardless of our actions. So we just have to figure out how we're going to deal with those bad things and not put the blame on ourselves. Not dying is not a selfish thing. Now, if you sacrificed someone else so that you could live, sure. But you didn't do that, man. Okay? So let's just all, and this is going to sound very hypocritical coming from me because I've been through the shit recently, but let's just all breathe for a second, realize that not everything is our fucking fault, and figure out what we're going to do. Because I'll be honest, I'm really fucking mad at Isla right now, but at the same time, I care about her. I want to help her with whatever she's going through. And I just don't want anyone hurt. Asterisk, I want Gael hurt. I want him hurt a lot. I don't want any of my friends hurt. And I still consider Isla my friend, despite... even if she doesn't feel that way about me anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was... okay.
Stop!
No.
We just
We all
talked
do
about
this.
No, now
We all
I'm
do this.
apologizing for being like a self-spiraling like doom scroller in when we should be focusing. I'm ready. I'm focused. We need to go to that
You
house
got to get it
today.
out. It's out, and now we can move past it.
Mm-hmm. Apology accepted. It was not needed, but thank you. Okay, so...
where do you head off to?
The first thing in front of us, I think that we needed to make a decision on, is we got an invite from the stew crew. Are we accepting it?
I think we have to, right?
For what it's worth, I think Holden is very lovely.
Do you?
Interesting word choice.
Shut up.
All right. Look, I
He's
think
a very nice person,
Mm-hmm.
and knock on wood, I don't think he's going to stab me in my fucking gut with a silver dagger. Yet.
That would be an
I don't know.
improvement.
We'll see what the next date holds.
Well, I think that we are in pretty dire need of people on our side right now. So I think that we gotta hear him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So then I'll meet you there.
Sounds good.
Hold on. One last little button. I think Avery like goes to leave, but then turns around and kind of like joint hugs, grabs both of you for a quick hug, and then we'll actually leave.
Cool. Rat, are you guys going to just finish the rest of the school day then?
As best I can.
As best you can? All right, cool. Isla.
Yeah.
You are walking through the halls. You get a phone call. It's Mark.
Okay, I answer.
Miss Hart, I've got great news.
And that is?
Remember how we were talking about setting up sort of a pirate radio station?
Yes, I do.
I had a friend who used to work in Army comms, and he set me up with a tire operation.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I've got the dish being mounted to the top of my condo at the moment, and all of the equipment is situated in my spare bedroom, and we can run it and no one will be the wiser.
When can we start?
Immediately, Miss Hart, immediately.
Looks like my 3 o'clock show will be on our station now.
Are we turning in our resignation?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I'm going to have to find out another source of income, but it's worth it. I will see you at 3. And he hangs up the phone. You have your pirate radio station.
Arg.
And then, yeah, as you turn the corner, as per usual, Grim is just standing there waiting for you, in true Grim fashion.
I'm sure you heard all of that.
I've heard of some ugliness, yes.
The pool
I'm so sorry.
The pool or the radio station?
The pool.
I'm not sorry.
I'm sorry that your old friends are so terrible to you.
It's not surprising they never understood.
I do.
I know. So, how would you feel about quitting 95.3 and joining me on a different station?
I would be very, very happy about that. I was just going to say we should probably at least take our... I know we had sort of given it a trial run with the pool party. I think we could maybe step it up a notch.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Wonderful. Would you like to try here at school, or do you want to try it on the new shiny station?
Looking around, I don't think any change can happen here. We've got to go bigger.
I thought the young minds would be more easily molded, but they seem fickle.
I mean, we could try one last time.
It's up to you. I'm happy to lend you what I can, if you wish, or we can do it later today.
What would we do here?
Well, how much discourse do we want to sow? Do we want them to feel a happy helping of fear before we get them in line, or do we want to...
I feel like it should be easy. I want them to feel that this is the right way, and that they're finally seeing it.
Brilliant.
I'll tell Grim, to let me stew on it. LOL. Get it? Soup, stew. Anyways, and I'll come to her with an idea for tomorrow.
Wonderful. You're going to be incredible.
Perfect. And then, we'll start with the radio station then. Mark's radio station.
Beautiful. All right. And so you're just going about your day?
Oh, yeah.
Like any nothing else happened,
No,
all right?
we're
You
good.
and Julian Lake go to your next class.
I think it's we're always right next to each other, or he's behind me.
Definitely.
It's never separated.
Yeah, Julian sort of very much how Vive is the shadow that is ready to jump out and fuck someone up need be.
Obviously.
Julian has filled that spot for you.
Yeah.
He is your shadow for all intents and purposes. He's just in your stride wherever you go. He is right behind you. Just full of rage and fear, and is ready to do whatever you need him to do. Period. The rest of the day, compared to this morning, goes by relatively simply. Isla, you go, I'm assuming you head to Mark's then.
Yeah.
To get the first rendition of the show going. The other three of you, are you going to meet up with the stew crew?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm gonna jump to them so you have some time to stew on it.
Thank you.
It's like Kanan, you reach out to Holden and you're like, awesome, yeah, we're down to meet. He sends you the address of where he lives. Do you all go over together? Do you go separately?
I feel like together would be the move, but
I agree.
Did I drive? I don't know if I told you. Did I say anything about driving or flying?
You didn't
today?
say whether or not you drove.
We could say I drove, so I'll drive everybody.
That's fine. Awesome. Yeah, you get in the Oldsmobile. You head off. Holden opens the door.
I do wait, hold on. The tiniest bit of flavor text. On the drive over, I do put on Isla Station and realize that there's no show happening.
Yeah, you hear something happening. You hear hi, this is Clark James, filling in for Isla Hart on 93.5 The Deep, playing today's music for the people of Harbor Vale. Here is some Kesha.
God, I think I would rather be thrown in the kiddie pool again than be subjected to this.
I turn it off. Just quiet. Now we can get home.
You hear a Clark who was clearly not prepared to be on the air. Holden opens the door. Hey, thanks for coming. Come on in. We are a shoes off sort of situation, if you don't mind.
Yeah. No, that's
Same
fine.
way.
Cool.
I get it. Thank
Cool.
goodness.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It lets you in, sort of takes you into a dining room sort of space, and you see Sophia sort of sitting at the table, Vive, who's sort of standing in Like, if you walk in the one doorway, like, there's, like, two sort of doorways going in. The one you walk in, she's in the opposite, sort of posted up, like, in, like, the door frame, just kind of right over Sophie's shoulder. And you see Gia, who's at a different seat at the table, and all of them are just kind of hanging. There's some papers in a folder in front of Sophie.
I think Jason needs to try to keep his cool.
All right.
In that he's attempting to nonchalantly position himself like not next to Sophia in a way that it definitely isn't awkward, isn't making a big deal about it. It's totally, Jason's cool. Jason's fine. Mm-hmm. He is not thinking about this. What is this, cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is not overthinking this. He's just doing a great job. 7.
Awesome. Hey, did you mark your failure for your fail or that you rolled earlier, by the way?
What did I fail?
I don't know. It says that you rolled a volatile roll and that you rolled a 6 earlier.
What was that for? Was that for...
Oh, that was for your crashing into the pool.
That's right. You're right.
And Kanan, you also failed earlier. Just make sure you mark those XP. So partial success. You look a little awkward. Like, it's not like, like blindingly obvious, but like it's...
But Jason does not know what to do with his hands.
Yeah, definitely.
They're like clasped in front of him, clasped behind him, arms crossed.
It's awkwardly.
Pockets.
It's very quiet in this room. Very uncomfortable. Gia sort of drums their hands on the table and says, we really appreciate you coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soph? And Sophia clears her throat. Yeah. So Holden here's very good with computers and stuff, and he was doing a little poking around on this Nadja Schofield that you told us about, and found this, and slides the folder across the table to you, Jason, of all people. Sort of in front of like where you're standing, so like you'd have to take a couple steps forward to like actually.
Which I do. I like step forward a couple times, reach out, open the folder, start flipping through it.
Yeah, so you are seeing, it looks like a bit of a younger Nadja, and she seems to be wearing not like the suits that you're used to seeing her in, but instead in more like tactical gear, like almost like military kind of clothing, like big cargo pants, like she would be like kind of like mercenary dress, like tactical vests, like all in black. And she Sophia says to you, what do you know about a group called Obsidian?
I think this is me hearing about them for the first time.
Gotcha.
I mean, it makes sense that they'd be connected, since that's kind of what the weapons are.
Well, yeah, Holden interrupts, actually, and goes, yeah, the best I can tell, it's something that she used to be involved in. Obsidian seems like it's something more governmental, maybe, and as far as I can tell, what you did seemed a lot more privately sort of established.
Right.
So I don't know if maybe she used to work for the government?
Well, here's a thought. A couple days ago, my mom and Kanan's aunts were sparring in the woods, and they got swarmed by people from my old group.
Gotcha.
And while we were visiting them in the hospital, someone popped in saying that they were from the FBI, that they were looking into what happened. And we thought it was weird that the FBI would be involved in this at all, because why would they be? But if the government has a division like this, then maybe it's not as strange as we thought.
Gotcha. He sort of reaches forward and kind of slides the folder his direction, and pulls out like a couple of photographs, pulls them out and sort of sets them down. Does this guy look familiar? And you look at an image. It looks like, again, much younger Nadia. Same sort of outfit, probably a different event. Similar stuff, different, but different in a couple ways. And you see next to her, Agent Mashburn.
Yeah, that's him. That's the agent that visited.
Okay, so this could either be good or very bad.
It's one of the two. It's definitely not in the middle.
Okay. Well, like I said, as far as we could tell, she's no longer affiliated. So this agent guy might be someone you might want to get into contact with.
Well, we have his card, so we're going to.
That's good.
I don't know, when he visited, it's like my mom was in a hospital bed and I was out of it. I feel like if he was going to, do something, that would be a pretty good.
She was kind of as vulnerable as vulnerable gets, yeah.
But I don't know, it's still a hospital. I don't know. He asked my mom to get in touch with him he asked me to let my mom know to get in touch with him when she woke up. So
okay.
That hasn't happened yet.
That's a good lead then.
We found something too while we were looking into her.
Yeah.
Has the name Sergey come up for you guys at all?
Sergey? I haven't seen anything. I can dig. I'll do some more looking.
He's listed as a dependent for Nadia.
Okay.
I don't know if he's like her son or nephew or just someone.
Yeah, he takes out a pen and like writes it at the bottom of like one of the pages of notes, Sergey.
Yeah, that she's like looking after, but
same last name?
Yeah, Sergey Schofield, same last name.
Cool. Yeah, I'll dig into that.
We found there was a note saying that telling Nadia that S was secure, and when we first saw it, we thought that it was about someone else. But I think Sergey probably lines up more.
Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah. I'll do a search on that. And try to find anything. Yeah, Gia, can you keep walking them through the rest of this? Kanan, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
Awesome. He just walks you kind of like out of the dining room through the kitchen, so like you can still kind of see everyone, but just to kind of get a little bit of privacy. Sorry.
Take your time. What's up?
I'm gonna level with you. I think that well, I need to confess something, I think.
Okay.
When all of this started, obviously things weren't super great on our front. We all I can do some things. Things that I used in pursuit of our goal. But specifically, and much to my friend's chagrin, I refused to use on you.
Like what?
I have a little bit of sway on. I can sort of attract and repel people to one another.
Okay.
For like short stints of time, like I can make someone feel very drawn to someone, or I can make them feel very upset with someone.
Like Cooper.
Yeah. But I right away, like I knew that you aren't Jason, and I felt very drawn to you, and so I refused to use any of my abilities on you I guess in hopes that if if things mellowed out between our friends and I ever had a chance to get to know you, I didn't want to have woof. I didn't want to have any sort of influence over you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And for what it's worth, I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah. But I did do that to your friends, so I understand if if that's a line that's been crossed, I guess.
I'll say this. It is a line. It is that has been crossed, and it's not one that I'm cool with. Okay?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you didn't even have to tell me. You could have lied. You could have just kept your mouth shut. And you didn't. So, the way I see it, yeah, you fucked up. Yes, you did something I'm not cool with, but you were a big enough person to admit it and tell me straight out, and I appreciate that. And I'll tell you what, and I'm like gonna get closer to him, and I kind of like put my hands on his shoulders. I'm like, let's just make each other a deal, okay? You don't use your powers on me or my friends, and I won't use my powers on you or your friends. And as I do this, I kind of like let my claws come out a little bit into his shoulder, and then I like kind of like trace one claw like across his shoulder, up his neck, and onto his chin. And I'm like,
oh my.
Unless we specifically want each other to.
Oh my! Roll a turn on roll, please. Yeah. Holy shit, Kanan!
And you say I read smut.
Ooh, give me a moment. I want this.
That was an 11, a full success.
Holy shit! All right, give me a moment. I need to pull up the things because now you got me a case of the vapors here.
Oh, Mr. Beauregard, I do declare.
Yeah, no, he'll totally give himself to you, please.
Yeah, where are we at right now?
You're like in like sort of like a den sort of area, like across the kitchen from where everyone else is at.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna be like, go shut the door.
Yeah, he and walks towards the door. You can see like there's like a moment where like he's probably looking across the kitchen, and he probably like is having like a silent conversation with Vive where he's just like, just fucking chill, it's fine, and closes the door and fade to black. Sex move. We haven't gotten a Kanan sex move before.
We have not.
We've only ever gotten an Isla sex move.
Is that true?
Yes.
She do be fucking.
It is.
It's true.
She do be fucking. Yeah.
Yes. Do you just want me to read it out loud?
Yeah. Isla's middle initial is B because it stands for Isla be fucking hard. Yes, read it out loud for us.
So my sex move, when you have sex with someone, you establish a deep spiritual connection with them until either one of you breaks that spirit connection by having sex with someone else. Add 1 to all rolls made to defend them. You can tell when that connection has been broken.
Ooh.
So yeah, y'all get a little busy. Yeah, Avery and Jason, they do not come back very anywhere near like it's well past like quick side conversation. Just like well past that.
I do have like things to say while that's happening. Like I have like
totally
questions to ask if that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
So we're in this room and like Gia kind of finishes going through the information that they got for us, right?
Oh, what was that? What was that you just cracked open, Zachary Tuttle-Robb?
Oh, you mean this lovely Canada Dry Ginger Ale?
Oh. The It just sounds so crisp and refreshing that
can I say
draw attention to.
Can I say to you, Freddie? It is quite crisp and refreshing.
Incredible.
All right,
that is the taste of Canada Dry.
All right, continue there, Nicole.
Yeah. So Avery will kind of lean onto the table, like not quite sit down on, but just kind of lean a little forward. Hey, I know I don't really want to burden any of you with more things. However, there's a potential second threat that's happening that we're dealing with. I'm not asking for anything from you except can I just ask you if one of you were the one who made me afraid of myself?
No.
I don't want you to have to share anything about you or what you can do. That is your secret to tell, but I need to know if that was you.
Yeah, none of us have gifts like that.
Okay.
The closest would probably be Holden, but yeah, none of us can make people like afraid of.
So Holden can't make me all of a sudden look in the mirror and be terrified of what I see?
No, he can make people like upset with each other for short stints, but nothing like.
I look over at Jason.
Jason like looks up for just a moment. And
yeah, there's a moment.
Kind of like
fuck.
Nods for a second as he like looks back down at the papers.
Okay, thank you. No, I appreciate that. That helps me.
So there's another piece at play then.
I don't think it's related. I think it's separate. It's something that I'm dealing with. If it ever becomes a piece in this game, and I kind of point to the files on the table, I will disclose that.
But just for things that are pieces in this game, Gael, you remember him?
The big asshole.
Yeah, he's involved.
And
he was
points
part
at the
of
folder.
The group. Yeah, he was part of the group that attacked my mom, Kanan's aunt.
Gotcha.
He's got something going on.
That makes sense. She pulls the folder towards her. She gets like a magnifying glass out to one of the more recent photos, and pulls looks at like the thing on like the side of a building, for like bioengineering.
Does that mean what I think it means? Are they making Gaels?
As far as I've heard, they were like a shrimp last year, right?
They had tone.
Yeah. they weren't the big buff boy that we see in front of us today. That's for sure.
So what? We're going to assume that they're giving like some sort of supernatural steroids?
No, but if they're pissed at Jason, at you, if they're coming after, Kanan's aunt, your mom, like, they wanted to get to you. I mean, what? Gael smashed your face in last week, right? Oh, well, you're not in this room. Never mind. Smashed Kanan's face in last week.
I'm smashing up.
Kanan's smashing in a different room.
Yeah!
I mean, a similar, tactic that we used. We got into your high school. We tried to get close to you to do what we could from the inside. Did they find someone from your school who with flexible morals and...
I don't think we can rule anything out anymore.
Lots of fun. The same page that Holden took the note about Sergei, she makes a note about Gael as well. And yeah, I think the five of you that are in the dining room sort of kind of sit in a lot of, thigh tapping, sort of awkward silence as the time that Holden and Kanan have been gone just gets longer and longer.
You guys hear like a creaking sound? What is that?
Eventually, yeah, I think the two of you do return. How disheveled do you look? Well, here's a question. Was this Kanan's first time?
Yeah.
Kanan looking like a werewolf changed.
Kanan also looks like the most wolf-like and human form that you guys have ever seen.
Right now. Definitely. Yeah. There's the moment of walking up, like Holden's cheeks are a little red.
And his cheeks.
And there's just like a
sorry.
His cheeks are a little red. And he just kind of does one of those like sorry, that took that it was a
welcome back
conversation.
Thank you for having us.
And why don't we shift away to Isla, who you get to Mark's place. They open the door. Miss Hart, are you ready to embark on a pirate radio extravaganza?
Very much so.
Let it begin.
So...
Oh, wait, it's this strapping lad again. How's it going there, Julian?
Jesus Christ. Does Julian respond to him?
Yeah, he says, how are you, Mark? It's very short, very stunted. But yeah, the three of you come in and begin broadcasting. Take it away, Isla Hart.
So...
Sorry, Isla Halloran.
Thank you. Get it right. I think on this show, I, kind of announced the whole thing that I've changed the stations and it'll be a little different from my previous show, X, Y, and Z. A little bit of, the music is very much We Are the World.
Since it's dark, Isla, is there some harder hitting sort of rock on there? You got some fucking Coheed and Cambria going.
Well, I'm saying We Are the World, helping each other songs, being kind to your neighbor songs,
a lot of kumbaya.
Yeah, one love, that kind of thing.
One love, talk about the one love.
Right. And I think my call to action to the people of Harborvale is going to be... Oh, okay, I have to roll first, I guess. So it's a 9.
9.
So Haunting Melody, I choose one of the things.
Did you add the Copper Wire Fire stuff?
No, I did not, but now I will, to get 3.
To get 3.
So, damn. I guess the crowd goes to where you tell them to afterwards is one of mine. And I'm going to tell them to go to the store and get... Do you remember those, curly Q light bulbs that everyone was freaking out about?
Oh, yeah.
That they were, efficient. And so, replace all of their bulbs in their house with those.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of, encompasses... Oh, wait, I have 2 more. Shit. I will do... Someone in the crowd gives you a gift, because I love that one.
We want a gift.
I want a gift. And I'll take a string on someone in the crowd. Who is listening?
So the string. Yeah, I mean, who is listening? I'm trying to think who would be the most helpful based off what you're trying to do here. Nicole, I need your help.
Yes, what do you need?
You get a string on Mayor Theodore.
Oh my god.
What's his last name? I totally forget.
Wait, hold on. I have it. Give me 2 seconds.
The mayor?
Let me find it. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm tying in a character from Nicole's Halloween special.
Oh, I see.
Rawlings. Theodore Rawlings.
Theodore Rawlings, mayor of Jacobsville.
Beauty.
You've got some... seems to have really, really sort of latched onto your message.
I love that for him.
Yeah. So yeah, gift we'll come back to because things take time. Let's say, later in the like the next day, you get a message from Mark that says that a package was dropped off to you from the mayor of Jacobsville.
Oh, wow.
And let's say that it is a donation to keep to move your message about. Let's say it's like a message of like a check for like $5,000.
Damn.
To help in advancing your program. Your program is going to really touch the world.
I do have the not only sex move, but
what?
Touch the world. Moving
gotcha. I was like, what? But
you're not the only one that be fucking
what
around
I said.
here anymore.
Apologies. But yeah, after you finish your broadcast, I think like in the middle of the thing, Mark's like, "Holy shit, Isla, the mayor of Jacobsville is on the phone and wants to talk to you." And the mayor just gushes about how like you put him on the air and just gushes about how great it is. Theo, but Teddy's nice as well. Yeah. He just thinks you're so cool. And really believes in what you're doing.
Well, Mr. Mayor, you tell your citizens to listen to my
most
show.
Definitely, yeah. We'll make sure that my constituents are well versed in your message, Miss Hart. We really appreciate you over here.
While I'm doing my show, can I give a thing for Grim to do that could maybe use my power?
Most definitely. If you guys want a wombo combo, some bullshit, I've been waiting for it.
If she can, I don't know if the teachers would be the person to talk to, but in order to conserve energy, we should do a blackout at school. So no lights.
Oh, most definitely. I can make that happen.
No technology for the day.
I'm in.
Okay, great. So that'll be my thing for school.
Wonderful. And you continue the rest of your broadcast, man. Dark Isla is good shit. As Monday sort of comes to a close,
I'll say,
hey yo, God, what is happening? The three of you, I'm assuming, end up heading out eventually. I don't know whether you guys head back to the hospital, head home, wherever it is that you end up all going. Lots of danger afoot, lots of revelations made, lots of tensions growing. And I think that is a good place to end the episode.
Yay.
Period.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it and you want to support us, there's a bunch of super easy ways to do that, gang. You can scroll down wherever you're listening to us. You can like, review, subscribe, rate, whatever the options are. The more you do, the more help you give us, and we'd really, really appreciate it. Another super easy way is just to talk to some folks about us. Sometimes you've got a bud who you think is really probably going to be into this, and that's super easy. Or you could just walk on the street and, you'd be like, oh, hey, there's a podcast. It's called These Silent Secrets. It's pretty cool. Either way, the more people we've got heralding our name, then the more love we spread across the entire world. And, I think that's worth doing. I think it's worth doing. You can support us further in a financial sense by checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia, where you can donate to us monthly, get some awesome rewards for yourself, and everyone's happy. You can also check out our merch store at tpublic.com/store/ghostlight. Get some awesome merch. And then you can also find us all over the internet. We got our website at thesesilentsecrets.com. We're on TikTok and Blue Sky at These Silent Secrets. And we're on X at Silent Secret Pod. You can also find us all individually. You can find Marcus at MarcusRVO, Nicole at Nicole Voice, Mariah at _Mariah Clawson, Freddie at Freddie _Pow, and myself at That Guy Zach Robb. We will be back in 2 weeks with another episode, but until then, may your secrets stay hidden, and may you always remember to close the door before losing your virginity several feet from your friends.
This has been a Ghostlight Media production. Hey, I'm Ben, and I play Bert Ransom, a teen that's had a brush with death trying to protect the world of the living on All Our Faults, a new Monster Heart 2 actual play podcast from the Tabletop Tailspinners Network. Follow our story of traumatic love and violent mystery as I and my fellow teens struggle to survive both supernatural forces and high school drama. New episodes drop every 2 weeks on Wednesday on your favorite podcasting app. May your hearts be safe.